Hi guys, today's video is a follow-on from, I think it was last week, possibly the week before, where I talked about the plans for the house downstairs. Today we're going to talk about upstairs, which is mostly our new bedroom and what will become the office slash wardrobe. So there are other areas at the top of the house. There's the main family bathroom, there's the kids' rooms. They, at some point next year, might get a bit of an overhaul. I've basically just given her free rein to do whatever she wants in her bedroom now. It's very much like, if you're kind of my age, in fact, it's still a thing, but it was very popular in the 90s when you would go into kind of like a shop that would sell incense and stars and moon stuff. Very popular again with the teen crowd, and that is like, it's like Pinterest threw it up in her bedroom. She's like wall hangings, vines, fairy lights, a galaxy thing that projects stuff all over her room. I'm not having any part in that. That is all her. And so we're probably not going to be talking much about her bedroom, but Milo's bedroom maybe in the new year. He's still got a race car bed, which is his first ever bed from a cot. So he will probably get a bit of a something because he's got more furniture than he needs and we can move things around now a little bit. But mostly the stuff that is going to be changing is this room that I'm standing in right now, which is our current bedroom, which I'll put some pictures up for you when it doesn't look quite like this. This bedroom is going to become the office slash wardrobe for Ella and I, and my mum and dad's bedroom, which is the master bedroom, will be our bedroom, which is a much larger space than we've got now. It's a bit of an odd one. So I went in the other day, because obviously I don't spend a lot of time in my parents' bedroom. I went in the other day just to kind of have a look at where everything was, and then quickly realised I was going to have to change my plans. So there isn't a walk-in wardrobe, there's a slidey wardrobe. It is massive, I could walk into it. But there's a slidey built-in wardrobe is the word I was looking for, and there's an ensuite in there. So those are two things that we obviously don't have right now, but the wardrobe has got kind of like a bronze tint to it, so I used that for like the basis to anchor my colour scheme. And the ensuite I haven't thought anything about at all, so we're mostly going to be talking now about the bedroom plans. So having looked at a bunch of different ideas, I think we both quite like setting plaster from Farrow & Ball. I say we both, it was my idea and Lee was like, yeah, I like that. It's a bit peach. Probably not that, I'd probably colour match it. Farrow & Ball's very, very expensive and it's quite a large room. Although it does have 2 doors and sliding wardrobe doors, so not as big a room as it could be. But still, don't need to be spending Farrow & Ball kind of money, I don't think. I'm kind of tempted to do a half wall. The only problem is I think it's probably going to be harder than just do a full one, because of the masking and the potential of it not being super, super neat. So I quite like the idea of the half walls. It's almost like a faux, not paneling, but you know, like when there's like a picture rail, it's kind of like that. I kind of like it, but I'm not 100%, so probably won't. So like that kind of thing, the pale beigey, almost like putty-like pink as the main colour of the room. That's just a little bit warm but very, very neutral. I kind of want it to be a little bit deeper, a little bit moody, but not too dark. And the colours, as far as like everything else will go, is just like those kind of pinks, pales to deeper pinks. I'm also looking at like bronze accents, obviously, for the obvious reasons, and like a hessian and a linen in terms of textures in the room. So I have actually got some blind samples here. I'm going to put the bed in front of the window, which I realised the bed is going to be in front of the window and it's going to be facing a door to the ensuite. Feng Shui enthusiasts are not going to be into that at all. I think it's going to be fine for us. The main reason is plugs. So for where the plugs would be, for us to want bedside tables, there's a plug either side of the bed that way. There's also a plug at the bottom of the bed for a TV, which we absolutely need. If we were to put it along the back wide wall in the same way that Mum's bed is in their bedroom right now, I just don't think that would work for us because we only have one plug on one side. They've had to, as you can see in the picture, they've had to put a TV on a tall unit which is in front of the slidey doors. It's just, I don't really like how they've had to set it up. I thought behind the door possibly there would be a plug because there's a good enough space for a unit to put a TV on it. but there's no plug there. That is one of the things in this house. There's no rhyme or reason for the plug sockets. There's one plug socket on the landing and it's right at the very top of the stairs. So if you wanted to have like a console and a lamp or somewhere to charge your electric toothbrush, for example, you can't do that anywhere other than at the top of the stairs, which you're not going to want to do. So it's kind of annoying, but that's why I'm thinking of putting it that way. It then also kind of gets rid of that. When we had the wide walls, because we don't have a lot of other stuff in that room, I wanted really wide hotel-like bedside tables, and now we can actually get bedside tables that are a little bit more narrow, a little bit normal. I mean, we've got teeny bedside tables right now. I think they are less than 30 centimeters wide. They really are small for us to be able to deal with the space that we've got, just to maximize the space that we've got and each be able to have a bedside table. So anything's going to be amazing for us, but I did think we were going to have to go extra wide just to balance it out so it didn't dwarf in the massive space. So if you have it that way, I think regular sized or ever so slightly wider than average bedside tables will work really, really well. Anyway, so as I was saying, colour-wise, window behind the bed. So there's going to be a window behind the bed, which might be difficult to get to anyway, but also it's just one small window. I was looking on Blinds to Go because that's where we got our blinds for the living room, and they do electric roller blinds. So I was like, yes, I'm in. These are the 3 samples that I ordered. They came like next day practically. These were the ones, they're like quite plasticky. But these were the ones that I thought I would probably want to choose from. These are kind of the standard ones. But they've got this one as well, which is like a Hessian. And this also can come not only in a roller blind, but blackout as well. And so my plan, I think I'm going to go with this. My plan is to get, they're not even that much more expensive than regular blinds. I don't understand it, but they're not. My plan is to have that as an electric roller blind, and then I'm going to put a really long curtain rod all the way across, because the window is not very big for the room size and it's the only window in the room. So I'm going to get a curtain rod all the way across and then just have like linen or some nice kind of light fabrics, something that makes it kind of look softer, just more, you know. And they're never going to open or close, they're just going to stay exactly there. So that's my plan. I'm just going to have those draped behind the bed. The bed we have is already quite a light colour, and it is a fabric upholstered sleigh bed. So I'm kind of working with what we've got already in that respect, because I'm not about to buy a new bed just to move into the new room. But I think I can make it work. I think I can make it work with the warmth of the bronze in the doors, the mirrored wardrobe doors. I think it's going to look really nice with these curtains and the blind behind. And then at the bottom of the bed, then we can put a unit with a TV on it. And I think it's going to look nice. Maybe I will have a rug on the floor. If we do a rug, it'll be super neutral and it will definitely be from Cocoon Rugs. I bought a rug from them for the living room and was so happy with it. I can't wait to buy more. I really like their distressed rugs. The one in the living room is going in the kitchen, and I'm currently looking for, because now we're moving into more of a mid-century vibe in the living room. Update to come. I'm looking for more, but I don't know whether or not I want something super, super soft and shaggy in the bedroom, or just kind of flat and another distressed, similar but neutral version of what we've got already. But that's kind of, I have a vision in my mind. I wonder if I'm relaying that to you. Please tell me if I am. But just softness, a little bit warm, and very minimal in terms of furniture. I'm obviously going for the hotel vibe. Also, light fitting. So I've got 2 lamps that I've been keeping forever that I'm going to put either side of the bed, and they are just, I can see them. They're right behind. I wonder if I can reach. Hang on. I wonder I can. Right, so they need new shades because they had big white shades, which I don't think, I've still got them. I'm storing them around. But I just always really liked these with a big shade around them. I think I'm going to get something, maybe even in this material, something that's a bit more in keeping with the theme of the room. But I feel like this is very hotel-y, and I bought them from Asda a million years ago. So they will go either side of the bed, and then on the top, I want something soft, something diffused, nothing that's like just a bulb that you can see, something that's either got it around, you know, I know I'm not describing this very well, but a hotel light fitting, something you would see in a hotel room, something where when you look up at the light, you're not seeing the light bulb. I am not fantastic when it comes to electrics, but I have fitted 2 different lights in the living room, so I feel like I could probably fit something if it's simple enough. The only other thing we want in the bedroom is a little chair, but that's you know, as and when we find it. I feel like that's going to be a fun thing to look out for, you know, in like HomeSense or TK Maxx or something. Just one relatively compact, neutral chair. I think it's going to look cute just in that corner where you've got corner bathroom. Not that you know what I'm talking about, but this is the layout. So you come into the room, directly behind this door is a little corner where I will have the chair. There's the bathroom, there's the TV. Here's the bed behind me with the window. In my mind, it's going to look great. I also hate the doors in this house. I've mentioned this many times before. Several people told me that you can put paneling, like faux paneling on doors, and I had no idea. I've Googled it since and it's amazing. I may give that a go because our doors are extra wide and they're quite expensive to replace. I quite like the idea of having like a frosted door. This sounds crazy, but it's very hotel-y to me, and especially like Vegas-y. So a frosted bathroom door, because the bathroom doesn't have a window in it. So I also thought maybe it's going to add a little bit of light to that room. But I thought we're going to be laying in bed and we're going to be looking at this door that I hate. So I looked into it. Not that easy to replace these doors because they're extra wide. Our house is accessible, so everything's a little bit wider than average. All of the handles are a little bit lower, even the kitchen counters are a little bit lower. Everything's just a little bit more accessible for wheelchair users and things like that. So it means that things like doors are just not that simple to replace. I'm going to look into it because I really do like that idea. And it's one of the only doors that I can replace in the house as a solo door. Because if a lot of them, as I said in the other video, if I replace a door, I kind of have to replace multiple doors because you can't just have one door that's different. But I could replace that one and it wouldn't really have an impact because it doesn't change. I'm also just thinking, I think they must be wood veneer doors. You can see a bit of it there. I don't think they were particularly cheap doors, just not into it. And I don't know how easy it is to recover them or wrap them, but I just would like something different. And I think it's going to be more cost effective to refinish the ones that we have than replace them all. So, answers on a postcard. Haven't thought tremendously loads and loads about the office. So it's not going to change lots because I've already got PAX units in here. These, I'm literally standing in front of one right now. So PAX wardrobes are fantastic. If you've never seen them before, where have you been? They are incredible systems that can be hidden by cupboard doors, and they don't have to be for hanging. You can get pull-out shelves. You can get glass-faced drawers, just a million different things, a million different combinations of storage within these cupboards. They are just fantastic. I cannot tell enough people they need to try a PAX wardrobe system because they are just amazing. So I have a few options here. The wardrobe that I'm standing in front of is my wardrobe. This is going to pretty much stay exactly the same. I've also got some skincare and beauty storage in here now, and I've got a wardrobe right by it. I'm going to add more hanging space for the stuff that I've been storing that I just quite like to get everything hung up. So I'm going to have another little wardrobe for just hanging. The wardrobe that Lee is moving out of because he's moving into the wardrobe in my mum and dad's room. That's just going to be his stuff because my wardrobe's going to be here. So the one that is Lee's, Ella is going to be moving into, so she can get some stuff out of her room because it is the smallest room in the house. And I've kind of had comments about this in the past about I'm keeping this room as an office and a wardrobe when she's still in the smallest room in the house. I'm in the second to smallest room in the house right now. Milo had the second largest because he plays on the floor still. He's still kind of got toys to play with, whereas she's like on a computer watching TV, doesn't need a lot of floor space. The reason she's not moving into this room is because she's incredibly messy. And I would never, but if I was to show you her room right now, you would understand. I don't want to be the mum that's constantly telling the kid, tidy your room, tidy your room, tidy your room. And I think if she has the smallest room, and it was up for debate, but it wasn't worth it to her. Keep your room tidy and maybe, but no. And I get it because I'm an untidy person, but I also had the smallest room. We had 3 bedrooms. My brother had the largest, I had the smallest, and the middle one was like, what's the word? Like a communal room. I still didn't even get that larger room, and I was 17. So I get it, but this is the situation. And so she's going to share this room with me. She's going to use it for her storage of makeup and clothes and stuff. She can use this room for homework and stuff like that. So it is going to be used by her. And I realise I don't have to explain myself, but I feel like I do. But it's mostly going to be storage. So clothing, skincare, makeup, hair care, all of my lighting equipment, all of my camera stuff, anything I could possibly need for YouTube things. And it's also going to have 2 desks in here for my day job. So it means I don't have to put away all of my stuff every single week. Drives me crazy, but I also don't want to look at my computer in the living room all the time. It means I can have my actual screens and stuff up all of the time, and I'm going to have a desk that we can sit at, and I can pull out my laptop and do my editing or film videos, or Ella can use, or Milo can use, or whatever. So that's the plan. I like the look of desks against the wall. I like a streamline all along one looking unit thing, but I also don't love to work against a wall. So there's two options. I'll either be working, like, there'll be a desk under this window here and a desk next to it. So what I like the idea of is, because there'll be two, I'll have them against the wall, and then as and when I want to, I can pull it out and make it into a corner. So whether that's because I'm filming and I want a different background, or if I'm working my day job and I just want to pull my computers over to that desk because I want to actually be looking at something instead of looking at a wall, or I want to just move it in front of the window to look in front of the window, whatever, it gives me a little bit more of an option. And as you know, if you know me at all, I like to move things around, and it's a little bit more flexible. So two desks, I don't know what kind of desk they will be. They will probably be from IKEA, but two desks that I can move into different shapes as I want to change the room around. The only other thing that I might do is some kind of colour. I don't think I'm going to put colour on the wall. Maybe, but I don't think I am. I've got no plans for that right now. Mostly I think I may do some kind of gallery elements, like here, like there's a mirror down here that I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but it's just being stored there right now. Here I think I might have one massive magnet wall where I can pick and choose things like photos or reminders or whatever that I want to display there. I may put up some photos. I'm so indecisive. I love colour, but I'm so indecisive that I don't like to put anything permanent. I don't like to commit to anything in my actual living areas. It's a little bit different in my creative space, or the space I'm going to be working in, where I could do with a little bit of colour and a little bit of brightness. And it doesn't matter, you know, if I don't like it, then I can change it. It's not such a big deal. Whereas sitting in the living room, the dining room, in the bedroom, I want those things to be kind of calm and peaceful, and just, I can live with them. There are certain areas where I'm going to allow myself to go a little bit crazy, and the office is one of them, and the downstairs toilet is one of them. I'm excited for both, because I can just put something on the wall, and if I don't like it, it doesn't matter as much as if I've made a mistake with the living room. So that's it. That's all of my plans for upstairs so far. Most of it is bedroom. Like, I have a very clear vision of the bedroom now. I didn't have before, and I don't know whether or not I would have if I wasn't filming this video. I've spent most of today putting together little ideas of what maybe I would want, going through it with Lee and being like, well, what do you like this? Do you like that? I'm putting together little kind of collages to share on Instagram, and I'm really enjoying it, but it's really giving me the push to gather all of my thoughts and put them down so I could actually see visually, oh, this is what I want, and then share it with Lee rather than just being like, well, I don't like that, and not really being able to share a full vision. So it's super useful for me, and hopefully it's interesting for you, or potentially useful if you are also looking for ideas for your own house. So the next one will be garden, which I also have lots of ideas for, but that won't be actioned until kind of spring, summer. And all of this stuff is like totally fluid. I'm changing my mind about things all of the time. So if you don't already follow me on Instagram, you should. That is where we are talking about the real minutiae of these things. I will link my first version of this video for you to check out as well. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.